with Crew 42 for the Kalamazoo Open. We are covering an 8-tier this time, first tournament for us, and we are starting off in round 1 at the Three Rivers Meyer Broadway South course, and we are covering the AM1 card here, and I am joined by Chad today, who is on our first card. How you doing, Chad?
Good, man. Glad to be here. Yeah, here I am. 3 wins. Latest one at the Kentwood Classic. Got first in the advanced division.
Very impressive.
Yep.
Congratulations on that. Rating of 947, very good. Much higher than mine.
Yeah.
Chris Davis here, a 932 player, only 1 career win, but this year has been playing a lot of Open, as I understand. He's really trying to crack up into the next division here, so he's challenging himself. He did really well at the Lumberjack Open, taking 7th there.
Great player. And here we got Frank Smith, 938 rating, 4 wins. Looks like he got 7th in the advanced division last year at the Sasquatch Open.
Yeah, he hasn't played a whole lot beginning this year, but I'm looking to see him more as we move forward. And here we have Caleb, and I apologize if I slaughter your last name. I believe it's Mergener, but if I'm wrong, just tell me. Rating of 907, 1 career win. He's off to a pretty hot start here with a two top 10 finishes in the advanced division, and we are off to hole 1, longs from 256. I feel like this hole is a forehand play, trying to take the hill out of it, don't get a skip down the hill away from the basket. So
yep, play it into the hill. That, or you could do a backhand, something, maybe a putter, something stable that'll just go right up there.
Yeah, this is pretty. As long as you keep it underneath that giant branch going across the way, it's pretty straightforward.
That's the main obstacle. Here we have Caleb. Forehand play. Gets it a little too high. It's a little unfortunate.
Which is, yeah, it is a little unfortunate. I watched him warm up before we started, and he probably threw like 4 or 5 discs all parked inside the bullseye. So
here goes Frank. Same thing. We thought this was an ace out of the hand. Whew.
And we have not had an ace on our channel, so as soon as he threw that, I was like, oh, here it is.
Man,
he did it.
Beautiful shot by Frank. Same thing by Chris.
Also a forehand play. Just a touch short, but uses the hill well. Gives himself a 2 opportunity.
No, I play more backhand, not too much forehand. This one comes out just a little too high.
It barely nicked it. Yeah, just a kiss.
Yep. Here goes Caleb with his up shot. Oh.
And do you think that's just a slip out of his hand?
I think he slipped a little bit on his footing. Here's my up shot. Kind of yanked it a little right. Not what I was hoping for.
You can see it kind of come out almost with an Anheuser out of your hand. Yeah.
Back to Caleb. This is for his 3. And
just a little too straight of the pin, yeah. Not where he needed it to be.
Oh, okay, so this is going for his 4.
There we go. Okay, good recovery from him. Rough start, but he got the putt to go.
Here I am for my par. Just sneak it in.
Yeah, sure. Take pro side, right?
That.
Or is that the am side? And Frank just keeping it a hair short there. He had a low ceiling to contend with. Might have kept him a little lower. And Chris as well, keeping his a bit short. Pretty early in the round as well, so putting's not going to be, where they want it to be by the end of the round. So
this is one you really want to get, and we all blew our chance.
Yeah, and that's for people that don't play tournaments too often. When you start on a hole like this, where it's like it's a must-get hole, it's kind of hard to get it.
Yeah,
because you're still cold.
Overthink it a little bit sometimes.
Still trying to get into a rhythm. Now we're into hole 2, longs from 307. You have to kind of take this dog leg left. The basket is invisible, and you have this guardian tree. So if you throw it too high, it can knock you down early. You really want to keep it low. I think the skip backhand play for a righty is probably the best play you can take.
Yeah, definitely agree.
And we got Frank starting us off.
Yeah, let's see. Looks like he got a little early release. Yeah,
hugging it inside. Yep. Looks like he put himself just inside that tree line next to the brush.
Yeah, Chris going backhand as well.
And that might be too much. He's headed to that tree. Yep, hit it.
A little too straight.
Just too much power.
Here I am. Think I'm throwing a Star Thunderbird. And just didn't get enough on it.
Oh, it landed in that pine tree, that last guardian pine tree.
Yeah, made for tough footing.
All right, so Caleb trying to make a recovery after that rough start. And so he's going high. He's trying to get around that guardian tree. And
he's got a good look.
Yep, so that had the right line. Unfortunately, we didn't get the footage of it from the catch angle. But I believe he's inside circle. I believe he was able to park it inside. So here's a nice layup.
That was by Frank. That was a very nice shot.
And he had some rough footing there.
Yeah, I had this tree right by me, so I couldn't stand. So I went to the knee. Gave a little half bid.
That looked really nice. Better than what I could have done. I don't practice that at all. I probably should start, huh?
Yeah, here goes Chris. Kind of maybe another half bid, but
still warming up.
Yeah, he'll get his 3. Easy 3.
Izzy's parked right underneath the basket there. Hey, there we go. Caleb inside the circle. Nice deuce there. Good recovery from hole 1. That's how you take care of a bogey from the hole before. You just put yourself in for 2 and move on.
Great bounce back.
So we're cleaning up our putts here. Caleb's going to end up with the birdie and everyone else with their 3s. So the hole didn't hurt no one there. Caleb, nice deuce there. Good shot. Headed into hole 3 now. The longs are from 307. It's a straightforward shot. Some of the trees on the right side kind of overhang there, kind of bring in a little bit of that super hyzer not being available. And the trees on the left can also be grabby if you kind of take a really sneaky line. But really what you want to avoid is past the basket here, because past that, it's a drop off, which can leave you in tons of trouble. So you really want to use the hill to kind of get your disc to stop.
Definitely. This is one of the more straightforward holes. You want to just keep it controlled.
And this is looking hot and high. And he has gone past the basket, I believe. I think he's hit that brush past the basket.
Yeah, just a little bit deep. Here we have Frank. Throwing the backhand. Same.
This is looking nice. Oh, it's held his... He's looking to call it down. It looks like it also did something similar. He made that look so easy.
Yeah,
like that was effortless for 307. Here's Chris, and maybe just a little tight.
Yeah, he clips that tree, puts him down. Not what he was looking for.
Should be able to go up and down for 3, though.
I think I'm whipping a Discraft Stalker right here. I can keep it straight pretty nice. Clip a little branch, but...
Might have slowed you down a touch.
Still have a putt.
Yep. Got you up there. Maybe just outside a circle.
Mm-hmm. Here's Chris for his birdie.
This is almost a death putt the way it works. And now I remember when he putted this, it looked like it parked itself right underneath the basket. But you can see there from the catch cam that it absolutely rolled over the hill. So he's going to have a tester on the way back.
Yep.
And just a hair short from you.
Yep, put that just a little right.
Now, how much wind was there today?
I would say there was a fair amount, nothing too substantial.
Caleb off the top of the band there. Some mild gusts, but nothing crazy probably.
Now this flag was in the way of Frank.
Was it right in front of him?
And he said it was giving him some trouble. Well, so he still gets around and makes the putt.
A good putt from him, good finish. And Caleb there cleaning up his putt. Now Chris has to take his comeback putt here. He thought it was close underneath the basket, and unfortunately it rolled down the hill. And we have a spit out. It's an ugly one on the pro side. Unfortunate for Chris there. As he's walking up, is please be nicer in the future. And I've played this course before. I actually haven't had a whole lot of trouble with the baskets. They usually do a really nice job of catching. But
disc catchers are one of the best, in my opinion.
I think he's just a pretty fast putter there, and so unfortunately he was unrewarded. Here on hole 4 now, longs from 430. You have this narrow gap through the middle here, this tree line up towards the short basket, but I think the common play is to go big hyzer over them. And then once you get around the corner here, it's uphill towards the basket. OB road on the right side the entire way, and right at the basket you have this hill which sharply goes towards that road there, so very easily, and I've seen it before where we get rollaways back towards the OB road, and so sometimes people can pick up a couple extra strokes.
Yeah, you're going to see all of us take the big hyzer play over the trees. Don't want to risk hitting early.
And I've seen, seeing how effortless Frank threw earlier, I'm assuming he was going to go for this.
And Frank, he slipped a little on that tee pad.
Yeah, you can see him looking back at it, yeah. He's looking at what he might have slipped on.
Mm-hmm.
And it was wet this morning, yes?
It was. It definitely was a little slick.
I think you can actually see it on Caleb's pants there, the little water. And he's
Caleb
bombed this. Holy smokes.
Shot.
Tombstones that. He puts himself 50 feet, 60 feet from the basket. I mean, that was crazy.
Excellent.
Here's you.
Yep, just wanted to get it high, keep it inbounds.
And you put yourself right in the middle of the fairway.
Chris Davis going for the same route.
And he keeps his just a hair short. He catches the top of those trees, and they catch another tree, and he lands them right next to the short pad. And you can see him be like, hey, you're past the... There's no trees in my way. We're good.
All right, so this is for his 2.
So he's going... This is the play for the shorts. You go big hyzer all the way around, and he has done a nice job spike hyzering that right into the hill. Put himself close. Good save from him.
Excellent. So I was taking wide route, Buzz OS. Just put a little too wide. I thought this was OB.
And it's rolling OB?
And it did.
Oh, but it killed. Okay. Woo.
Yeah, that was a little nerve-wracking.
As long as it stays in bounds, right?
Yep.
Well played. Nice roller.
Thank you.
Frank here coming also probably around and wide here.
A little too wide, though. Nasty roll.
But he stays on top of the hill. He actually gets in. There's some rough back there, like long grass, and so he catches into that. And so he's gonna have some awkward footing, but he's safe.
Look where Caleb was. That
and
is just
he
a
was
great look.
taking a run at that. He was trying to take a deuce on a hole that is not very easy to deuce.
Trying to get my par.
Yes, stick it in indeed. And this was very impressive. You had to take a little relief here because you were going to be standing OB, and so this is a tricky putt. Uphill very quickly. You got to aim in a weird spot. And Frank here trying to make a comeback putt just on the right side there. Kind of awkward stance for him. Here's Caleb from the bush. And Caleb going for it again, and stay safe.
Luckily stayed in bounds.
Stayed safe, so now he's got to come back up the hill, just like you did.
I think this is for his 5?
This is for his...
Or 4. That was for his 4.
That was for his 4, and he chains out also pro side. We have our second spit out now on the pro side. That's unfortunate. So Chris to clean up his beautiful 3 from his second approach shot.
Great save.
Almost put it on the pro side too much again. Chris is just... I mean, he's been playing Open a lot recently, right? So he just wants to be on that pro side a little too much right now. So Caleb, unfortunately, with the 5 there, really unlucky, especially after such a fantastic drive.
Yes.
But the hole can definitely get away from you with a little bit of luck, as you could see there. And so heading into hole 5 now, shorts and longs are the same pad from 196. You have this very narrow gap down the center, which you can take. Or there's a couple local routes that I usually see on the right side. There's a really big hyzer line, or kind of like a shorter hyzer, a narrower hyzer. So a lot of players I see up in the upper divisions will take that route. So.
Yep. I think I'm going to stand still, going more for that right route.
So you're swinging out.
It was looking okay, and then just hits that tree. Shoots her down.
Last tree that you want to avoid. One of the last trees, I should say. There's a lot of trees on this course, especially in the south course. There's just a lot of trees that are like inconveniently right where you want it. And Chris is taking the much more direct route. He's headed right down the middle. And pin high inside the circle. Frank looks like he's taking the wide hyzer here.
Yep. Just floats one out there.
And hits, that early tree. You can see his reaction there. It's like, man, you're even leaning away from what I want. And I have never seen this in my life. A forehand route hyzer, or like hyzer route. And as soon as he threw this, we heard it hit something, and we were all like, that was bad. And from the catch angle, you see it actually put himself outside circle, but he's got to put at it. So whatever his little line is, I need to go figure it out, because that's not too bad. And oops, I hit a tree and still be inside circle 2. Yeah, I'll take that any day.
Frank missing the 2 putt. He'll get an easy 3. Here I am, giving a little run.
Just left out a little right.
A little too wide.
Also easy 3 from there, though.
Yep.
So here's Caleb now.
Yep.
And he is probably sitting at close to 40 feet right now, I think, when we were stepping it off. And bang, there there he is again, coming from a big, a mistake hole from the previous hole, and now he's with our second crew view here and knocks down this gorgeous second putt. I mean, just really nice.
Yeah, great bounce back.
He recovers well. Doesn't let him phase him.
Chris for the 2.
Nice 2 from him, and that's on the am side. A little scary there.
Still sticks it. He'll take it.
Oh yeah, take 2 any day, right?
Here I am, Cleaning up for a 3.
And Frank was going to put that in as soon as he looked at it. He's like, you know what? I've seen some weird stuff happen today already. We're just going to ask you to pull that.
Yeah, no problem with that.
And I told him, too, as soon as he put it in, when we were walking up the next hole, his disc went straight down right where that disc would have been. So it could have popped it right back up.
Don't want to take any chances.
Hole 6 now, longs from 355. So you see the perspective here. We're swinging around dogleg left coming into this gap here. And so here from the shores, we're going to come down the hill. And you got to go into this kind of open valley. You really want to get it over it. You just want to get past this valley. You don't want to be throwing from down here. Get over the valley, and it kind of doglegs back to the left at the very end. So really something that will like a nice S pattern for a right-handed player is really the play to go here.
Yeah, this is one of the most intimidating tee shots on the course, I would say. It's such a tight gap, and if you hit early, you're going to be struggling to get a 3.
Especially with the foliage here. So Chris is ripping first, and so that tree that's crooked there, that's where a lot of players will aim, is right above it. And so you see his disc coming in here, and he has gone to the right here, but he's almost
he's
pin
up
high.
there. He's up there, so
which is really fine. You know, there's a lot.
Taking
a 2 here, you get a stroke on the field. Maybe one person you don't get a stroke on. That's what this kind of hole is. And Caleb also has a really big arm, so he's going over that tree, coming around, and hits.
I think he got an unfortunate kick.
Yeah, he gets an early tree, so Donut was trying to track that, and all of a sudden it kicks, and it goes short of him and also far right, so he's going to have a tricky putt from there. The farther right you go, the more brush that gets involved.
Definitely. So I whip out a Discraft Heat right here. Really just...
You went really high with this one.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure it was not going to be down in that valley.
And you almost got our first Donut hole-in-one. Donut was our second cameraman today. Thanks and huge shout out to Donut for doing that for me.
Yeah, that was awesome.
First try, doing it with two cameras today. And Frank also hitting the gap up high.
Yeah, we all hit the gap.
And he also almost gets a Donut hole-in-one. He puts himself right on that path. So 3 of you are really in a good position to clean up a 3 here. Maybe even one of you having a run at 2. And
yeah, Caleb just did not have a lot to work with from there.
And he tried to throw it. I think he tried to get it to spike back down towards the basket, and it might have just not turned over at all. So he's going to have to, shoot from the other side of the fairway now.
Yeah, so
here's you. Have a 2 opportunity.
Jump putt. Footing was a little...
and that's a good bid, though.
Yep.
That is a...
Thank you.
Excellent bid. And here's Chris. And he's trying something fancy.
Yeah.
And almost gets a really bad cutaway, but he leaves himself with a putt there.
Yep. He'll have a look for 3.
And here's Caleb coming from the other side of the fairway. He's trying to get it back towards the basket. And he throws it down. Nice job
that
there.
Was a nice
Good
shot,
recovery.
Yeah. Excellent.
And Caleb has a lot of power.
Big arm.
Big arm there from him, so that's a good... And that's right on pin, just too low, and he hits a branch on the way there. I wonder if that would have snuck in if he had kept it. And here's Chris. He's taking his time on this putt. Want to make sure he cleans up the 3 and does so nicely. Good 3 from him.
Good save.
Just a couple more cleanup putts here. So Caleb finishing up his 4. He does so nicely. You're cleaning up your 3.
Yep.
Nice 3. Almost a deuce. That would have been great to have.
3 feels pretty good.
Oh, absolutely. I think when I played this course earlier with a couple of friends of mine, I played longs once, and I think I got a 3 here, and I was just like, it feels like a birdie. Honestly, this course is par 54. That the way we're looking at it today, but realistically, this is much higher than that.
Yeah.
So some courses will quote the par is 61, and this is one of those holes that's kind of an in-tweener, kind of a 3.5 par, just how difficult it is. Technical wise. Right, Hole 7 now, we have another short and long pad, both being the same, both from 254. You really want to take the hyzer route, I would imagine, around this big tree. I have seen some people take the inside route of that tree, but still a hyzer line just a little more stable. And then you have this basket up top, which is very protected all the way around. So you really want to be on the right side of the basket as looking at from the tee pad so that you have a more open look at your putt.
Yeah, this is quite the elevation.
It is quite a bit of a change up the hill here. And here's Chris and with a nice rip there. Good, about pin high there, but he's down the hill from it.
Yeah, we'll have a look. Here I am.
What disc is that?
I think that was a Star Wraith. I want to say it was. think I slipped just a little bit, and that is not what you want to do.
Yeah, but staying in the bottom of the hill can be a little tricky. Yep. And we're having some trouble with these tee pads this morning.
Yeah.
A little too much water from the night before, maybe. We had some rain. He keeps this one low, and you can see that one dead tree that
little tiny
is like, we just need to remove it. I'm certain Frank fully supports that idea. Here's Caleb
going high.
Big arm here, and that's just about the right choice. Now, an unlucky roll away there. I mean, so much power. You can see how much spin is still left on the disc.
Man.
But, I mean, that's the right shot, just unlucky roll away. And here's you going up the hill.
Whipped out a Buzz OS here. Didn't have much.
And got an unlucky, stump roll away. You had it in the right spot, just unlucky stump kind of rolled you down the hill.
It's okay.
And Frank, I think, is just trying to get this close. I mean, he's like, no, take a 3 and walk away. Let's not make this worse.
Yeah, I had a really low ceiling right here.
You're standing in prickers.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to run this up, get it close, and that rock almost tipped your disc back up and made you roll down the hole. Lucky that didn't have to happen. Entry, almost a great putt from him for another hole that's kind of difficult to deuce.
CD for 2.
And I think Caleb was talking to us about how he lives really, really close by to this course, and he never played it or hasn't played it. So it's just really weird for someone to live so close to us. And Chris there with an unfortunate miss there with a tree right in his way, and makes the comeback putt though. But yeah, Caleb not living so close but not playing this course it was really strange. We were thinking he was going to be shooting so well when he was telling us about how close he lived, and then he proceeded to say he's never played here, so it's just really unique. And so I think now he's going to have a new favorite course. Now that he knows about it, Caleb, we'll see you out there.
He'll be able to crush it.
Oh yeah, he'll be shooting crazy numbers next year. I'm certain of that.
Great
Headed
player.
Into our next hole here. Hole 8, shorts from 184, longs from 284. We're just taking from the longs perspective, so you're coming down this gap, past the bike trails. It tog legs left at the top of this hill. So here from the shorts perspective, we come up the hill here, and then the basket is probably 40-50 feet past this ridge here. Yeah. So you really want to get a disc that's fast enough and will hyzer fast enough to get into those gaps. From the longs, it's a really tricky hyzer line. It's very technical. You can either take the very narrow line, but there is also a hyzer line to the right of that big tree you see in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, very tight gap.
And he just kind of holds on to this one, I think.
Yeah, a little bit of a yank.
So he goes out right. And I think, too, so in case you're noticing that the order is different than what it should have been, Frank has never played this course. I don't believe. I think he played it blind.
That's right.
So when we came up to this pad, we were telling him where the hole was at, and he's like, "Nope, you guys go first."
Yeah, he wanted to throw last, and we were all cool with it. So
yeah. So he used. So we actually talked about it. So the rules said that he was allowed to do so. So we allowed him to go to the back of the cart. And when I say we, I mean I didn't. Group 42 did not say you're allowed, but the cart allowed him to go to the back of the cart, so that way he wasn't just throwing blind at a blind basket on a blind course. So. I thought that was really good sportsmanship from you guys. And so here's Caleb throwing up the hill for his recovery shot. Gives himself a putt at it. He's a little far, probably 35, 40 feet from there.
Yeah, so this was, I had a little window that I was going for.
And you squeeze through it. Yes, you do. Yep. Very nice upshot. And this is not an easy upshot.
No.
There's the white wall in the background kind of takes away from how much Guardian stuff there is there. And Frank's using his force powers to make that disc stop. He hit an early tree that almost rolled him down the hill. And here's Chris's putt. Almost gets a nice deuce there. But this was the best drive of the group. And I think all of our drives at the end of it, we all wanted to have a retake at that.
Yeah, that was... Let's see what was... Frank is going to walk away with a 4.
And one thing for certain, too, bang, good putt from Caleb. Nice 3 save.
Beautiful.
He's been putting really, really well for his recovery shots here. But I've seen, some players that have played Open in the past, and they talked about this hole, and they're like, I 14 over in my career on this hole. It's like, this hole can get away from a lot of people very quickly. There's just a lot.
Definitely. Once again, if you hit early, you're going to be struggling to save 3.
Absolutely. Another, I would say 3.5 par. Probably another tweener. I wouldn't consider it a pure 4, but it's definitely a tricky 3. So Headed into hole 9 now. Longs from 323 all the way up the hill. Really wide open. It looks like the telephone poles there are like the benchmark where you want to throw it to, but that's probably 40 feet short, 40, 50 feet short. So you really want to crush it past this. And because of how uphill it is, it's probably closer to, I would say 360,
370.
So you really need to crush it out there, but it's wide open hyzer line there, or whatever you need. Everything's really open.
Yep. Just don't want to go right.
Oh yeah, you don't. Yeah, there's brush, lots of brush. And so Caleb throws, hits the bottom of the hill. I think he was expecting a bigger skip. And
yeah, he was saying how he couldn't believe that he left it that short.
I can't either. He's got a big arm. And here's Chris. Also, it looks like he's leaving this one just a touch short, but gets a nice scoop.
Yeah, nice little.
Oh yeah, it's up towards. Yep, up towards the.
Taking a star right here. Didn't get enough on it, but.
Get up most of the way.
Have a long look.
Yep. And really, I mean, this feels like another hole that you really got to take the deuce on. Probably for most people, like you really want to just crank this out. Yep. Get it up there, and Frank's got to go. Oh, and when we were watching this, we thought this was an ace too.
Yeah.
We're like, no way, this is your ace. Come on, like that would not be an easy ace. I feel like
it felt like it had a chance, just a
touch short,
yep, just a little,
but a good line though. Here's Caleb. See if his good putting can continue. And I think he just left it short. I think the elevation change is probably the literal difference between that putt going in and him hitting short like he did.
Definitely.
And Chris with a little pro love there.
Nice too.
Hits the cage there and rolls in. Frank with the gorgeous drive here puts himself, bullseye range. Nice deuce from him. Great drive.
Nice too.
So we're going to walk away with a couple deuces here. You see him real happy about that deuce. Good a little fist bump.
Love it.
So walking away a couple threes, couple deuces, not too bad for the card itself. Really off to a pretty good start here. No one's really out of it yet. We're really still in a tight race here. Looking at our first 9 scores, Caleb with the 29, Frank with the 27, Chris with the 27, and you with the 28. So we're all still in it. We're all real close together. Frank and Chris kind of just leading the pack here with those birdies at the very end, but still real tight race here.
Yeah, even golf is the name of the game. If you can stay even, you'll be sitting nice.
And you're sitting, and that's great you just said that. If you look at your scores, you have all 3s and 1 4. So like you're not joking at all.
Try to keep it consistent.
Yeah, shoot that 54 and move on, especially from longs. So thanks for joining us here for the front 9 coverage of round 1 of the Kalamazoo Open here at Meyer Broadway. Go ahead and check out the back 9, as there will be a link here in the video as well in the description below. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for future videos that we will be posting, and get notifications about when we'll be posting the other rounds here for this amazing A-tier tournament. Thanks for watching. This has been Crew 42, and we are out.